Welcome back, Minties, to another segment of Reviews in a Flash. This segment is brought to us by
Darkstar916.
So thank you very much, Darkstar. Today we are talking about M.F.K. by Insight Comics. I am the uncanny Omar. This is my lovely co-host,
Adjectiveless Amanda.
So far, right?
Far.
She may get a name soon. So we're going to be talking about this. This is brought to you by Insight Comics. That is the publisher. It is 1995. There are three. I want to say there's 3 issues in here, but they're not really issues because they're web comics, right?
Yeah.
So there's 3 chapters within this book. It's not self-contained. It does continue because I wanted more, and damn it, it continued. So pretty much the premise of the book is about this young girl, Abby.
Yes.
And don't let that bird fool you because he's dead within the first couple of pages.
Oh, hey, spoilers. This is supposed to be spoiler-free.
That's 2 pages into the story. Anyway,
it's cute.
So her name is Abby,
yes.
and she's carrying this jar. We'll talk about that here in a second with her. And she meets this boy and his grandfather. This boy's name is Jamie, who live in this small little desert town. And he saves her pretty much. They heal her.
Yeah.
His aunt is a nurse, and she heals her back to health. And her aunt the whole time's like, I know what you are, and you need to leave. And you're like, oh. The mystery deepens. At first, we assume she was deaf, but no, she does talk. And what it turns out is the jar is actually the ashes of her mother.
Yeah, not a spoiler. It's on the back of the book, so.
Okay, apparently Amanda said I could say whatever's on the back of the book.
On the back of the book.
Abby, back of the book, Potter's Spine. Okay.
Potter's Spine.
So she's trying to get to this mountain range called
Potter's Spine.
Potter's Spine to scatter her mother's ashes. But through a series of unfortunate events, she is caught in the desert. Now she's living in this town for the meantime until she heals. Now, in this town, there's this group of rogues that come in. They look like kids, too. By the way, this is young adults?
Young adult, yeah. I mean, she's written, I think, a children's book before, written and illustrated, so...
She's an animator.
Yes, definitely.
Nilah Magruder? Yeah, she's also the artist on this. She did all this herself. So, in this town, there's these 3 young men that come in, and they're known as rogues. And they have special abilities and powers, and they take advantage of that by taking money and food from the villagers. And they all pay up because they don't know how to protect themselves. So meanwhile, Jamie's like telling Abby, hey, these guys are here, you need to hide. And she's like, no, because she has a secret of her own. And that's where I will leave it. I want to talk now about the artwork.
Yes.
So Amanda, what did you think of the artwork? Now, this lady, Nilah Magruder, is an animator.
You can tell.
Would you say this is definitely... It looks like a... I don't know. To me, I would describe it as a cartoon. It could have been
straight out of a cartoon. It really does look like it's straight out of a TV series. And if it was to become a TV series, that would be pretty awesome.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
this is like the beginning of a cool TV series.
It is. And even though it's only like what you said about...
The book itself is only about 130 pages.
Yeah, or I think maybe 3 chapters, maybe something like that.
3 chapters is exactly what it is.
Yeah, and so with that being said, while it doesn't seem like a lot's occurring, the way she writes it so well that you... Even though it's only 3 chapters, you still want more.
Yeah.
Because even though you don't think a lot's happening, there's still so much that needs to happen, so it leaves you wanting.
It leaves you with like, oh, okay, that's going to happen? Cool, I want to read more.
Yeah.
And this was written back in 2017. By the way, back to the art really quick, though. It reminds me a lot of anime and manga, the way that her silly faces look, like when somebody's surprised or when somebody's like shocked or embarrassed and things like that, which I really like. I like that a lot. But yes, you're absolutely right. It leaves you wanting more, including the final pages. You're like, that's where this adventure is going. Dang it, I want more, and I wish there was more. And since this was written in 2017, there hasn't been another book. I think there's one more web chapter out there, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really done any research on it. I don't know what M.F.K. stands for. It's not within the book.
It's not within the book.
I have my theories, but they are awful and not right at all, I'm sure. So, that being said, I think this is a fun book for all ages, even though I think it's geared more towards kids. I think my daughter would love this.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's a beautiful book, beautiful art.
Yeah.
And I would definitely give this a 4.0 out of 5.
I would agree. Because I think...
You're giving it a 4 too?
That's what I was going to give it a 4.
Ah!
Because, I agree with you on the fact that it reminds me of... Like, I think of TV series like Avatar: Last Airbender.
That's exactly what I was thinking is Avatar.
Right? That's what I kept thinking about Avatar: Last Airbender when I was reading it, because while it is geared at young adults or maybe younger audiences, there's something in it about the storylines, of the themes that resonates with adults. And that's what I love to watch or read. So yeah, 4.0 out of 5, definitely for me too.
Awesome. So I wanted to showcase this because I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. So
yeah.
maybe if one or two of you all decide to check it out, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you've already read it and are wanting more like me.
Let us know.
So this was The Uncanny Omar. Thank you very much for watching. Amanda, do us the honor.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notification of more great Near Mint Condition content. Remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at NearMintCon. And also, if you want to check us out on Patreon and support our channel, click the link in the description below. And don't forget, if it's classy and cool, it must be Near Mint.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys.